Kody Brown is heartbroken, and the reason will shock you. That's how fans describe the latest plot twist within the Brown family. Years of drama, controversies, and an emotional roller coaster have again focused attention on Kody and Janelle. This time, it does not pertain to family disputes or tension from reality TV. Rather, it concerns love, betrayal, and probably one of the most unexpected revelations in Sister Wives history. Rumors are emerging that Janelle Brown, ever independent and charismatic, may finally have moved on. And the plot twist is jaw-dropping. Her new romance could involve none other than Kody's best friend. To those who have followed the Brown family quite closely, this news is almost too shocking to process. Kody Brown, the patriarch of this really unconventional but fascinating polygamous family, has been through decades of navigating the sensitive balance of multiple marriages, public scrutiny, and emotional needs of his wives. He had always been known as the calm, collected, sometimes stoic leader, but even the strongest can be shaken when a personal storm of this magnitude hits. The very idea that one of his wives, someone he has spent a lifetime with, could develop a romantic connection with someone so close to him sends shockwaves through the family and fans alike. It's not just about the possibility of a new relationship. It's about trust, loyalty, and what this revelation would do to the emotions of the whole family dynamic. Now, imagine the complexity. Kody having to deal with the fact that his best friend is that person he has trusted for years could be at the center. For many viewers, it's the ultimate drama, almost like a reality TV cliffhanger, but in real life. But before diving deeper into Kody's reaction, it is quite important to understand Janelle's journey up to this shocking twist. Janelle had never been the kind of woman who followed the expected path that was set out for her. Since the early days of Sister Wives, she had proved to be quite independent, vocal, and even willing to challenge the norms within the family. She has always been vocal, from decisions about the house to choices regarding her life, and often becomes the most talkative, unpredictable wife. Viewers have seen her go through countless struggles over the years as she tries to win her marriage, learn, and find her place within the Brown family. Over the past few months, rumors started to fly that Janelle was getting even more independent. More attentive fans observed subtle changes in her social media engagement, new friendships being forged, and subtle hints at a refreshed expression of self. The speculation mounted that she just may be exploring life outside the confines of her relationships with Kody. Now, those whispers have turned into a full storm. Janelle just might have feelings for someone very close to Kody himself. Timing is everything in this revelation, too. For years, Kody has navigated the challenges of polygamy, maintaining fairness, managing emotions, and keeping the household harmonious. The stakes are always high, and even the tiniest amount of disturbance can send ripples throughout the family. Now, with this new pending relationship, fans wonder, how will Kody handle this? How will the family receive it? But most importantly, how did this come into the light? As insiders close to the family note, there was no fanfare. Social media announcement, or obvious declaration that Janelle had moved on to a new romance. Quite the opposite. Insiders claim it had a quiet beginning, in private, out of sight from cameras and viewers. That speaks volumes for discretion and caution out of respect, possibly for Kody, or at least until she knows how she feels and makes her move in public. Whatever the case, the secrecy just feeds into the fire. People love to be in the know, and when it comes to the Browns, the minute curiosity is piqued, the topic spreads like wildfire. For Kody, this development isn't some matter of curiosity, he's taking it very personally. People close to the family describe him as devastated about the news. Accounts portray him weeping and unable to handle the emotional roller coaster. This is a side of Kody fans seldom, if ever, see on screen. Fragile, heartbroken, and unsure of his future. Sure, he's been shown as calm, cool, and collected, calculating his next moves with the acumen of a chess player. But even for the toughest of men, there comes a breaking point, and this one seems to have reached his. The nature of the alleged relationship makes the emotional weight of this situation even heavier. If Janelle is indeed seeing Kody's best friend, there are layers of complexity that go beyond the simple romantic drama. Trust, friendship, and loyalty are interwoven, developing a situation that can be just as emotionally charged as it is complicated. Many fans have sided with Kody in their sympathy, saying the pain of seeing a spouse connect with someone so close to him must be extreme. At the same time, there is also immense respect for the boldness of Janelle seeking happiness in her own way, even if it means questioning long-held family dynamics. This revelation also raises broader questions about the Brown family dynamic and the reality of polygamous relationships. Viewers are aware that polygamy is hardly easy. It requires constant negotiation, emotional intelligence, and a delicate balance between different relationships. When new romantic developments arise outside of established dynamics, tension may lead to uncertainty and sometimes heartbreak. In watching this, fans are seeing the very human story of love, loss, and pursuit of personal fulfillment within an inherently complex family structure. Social media has reacted quickly and furiously. Theories, opinions, and speculations from fans are flooding the platforms. Some are calling Janelle out for being disloyal, while others claim she had every right to be happy after years of compromise. Memes, reaction videos, and discussion threads continue to grow by the hour, making the revelation one of today's hottest reality TV stories. For many, it is not just a story, but a dramatic narrative filled with almost cinematic emotional twists and turns that keep viewers glued. One thing is clear amidst the drama. The case of the Brown family has finally reached a point of no return. Kody, Janelle, and all those close to them stand at an emotional fork in the road. How Kody responds, the new feelings of Janelle being processed, and how the family adjusts to the changes make all the difference for the next chapter of their lives. Fans are following developments with great interest as they practice the close reading of every gesture, word, and movement of the Browns for any omen of what happens next. In one word, Session 1 of this unfolding drama is an emotional roller coaster. Kody Brown's heartbreak, a possible new romance by Janelle, and the involvement of a best friend create a perfect storm of intrigue, emotion, and speculation. It's a story that immediately captures attention, brings viewers deep into the complex dynamics of the family, and leaves everyone pondering, what will happen next? Who will find happiness? And can the Brown family survive this latest twist? Janelle Brown is rewriting her story, and the fans are witnessing it with bated breath. Ever since the bombshell about Kody Brown's heartbreak, all eyes have been on Janelle. Known for her independence, strong personality, and fearless approach to life, Janelle has not been immune to the drama that comes with being a member of the Brown family. So it would appear that she is finally dictating her own storyline, doing something that has thrilled and shocked fans at the same time. Over the years, Janelle has always been the outspoken, fashion-forward, sometimes scene-stealing family member. Always one to stand out, be it in her bold outfits, frank opinions, or unthinkable challenges against family norms. She's been somebody most fans have followed passionately because of her great sense of authenticity and courage in the face of having a complex, polygamous family structure that would attempt to silence her at any instance. The whispers of change have been building over the past few months. Those close to the family say Janelle has been quietly embracing more independence in her life. Observers noticed subtle shifts, new friendships forming, more confidence in her social media presence, and hints that she's exploring life beyond the strict expectations of family dynamics. For someone like Janelle, who has spent years navigating Kody's leadership and the intricate web of polygamy, this newfound independence is both empowering and intriguing. Now, the biggest rumor of them all has arrived. Janelle might have found someone new, but this isn't just any new person. It's someone familiar, close to Kody, in fact. That she might be dating Kody's best friend has sent shockwaves through the ranks of Sister Wives fans. Suddenly, the story isn't about love. It's about trust, loyalty, and the emotional complexity of relationships within the Brown family. Part P. Janelle's road to this point hasn't been easy. Life with Kody has always been filled with ups and downs. There have been those glimpses of love, mutual respect, and partnership, but also tension, conflict, and differences that could not be resolved between the two. Chances are, these challenges have impacted her in due course of time to seek fulfillment outside of the familiar comfort zones of the family dynamic. In this case, the opportunity for a new relationship might well represent emotional growth and an act of independence for which fans have been waiting years. The romance reportedly started very quietly. Janelle didn't make any announcements, and there was no telling evidence via her social media platforms. Rather, the connection grew behind closed doors, out of sight from cameras and public eyes. That has only served to add fuel to the fire. Now, fans are looking at everything, from old photos to the casual comment online, for proof that the relationship did, in fact, exist. The Brown family is no stranger to having every detail of their personal lives shared in the public sphere. But even compared to their average headline, this story feels deeply personal and intimate, really. So many fans are somewhat divided by their opinions. To some, Janelle is bold and an inspiration, a woman making her own decisions concerning her love life and battling societal and family expectations in a struggle to survive. Still, others take this as a betrayal and question her loyalty to Kody and the stability of the family. Social media is abuzz with debates, reaction videos, and fan theories. Memes of the drama, comments overanalyzing Janelle's past behavior, and speculations about Kody's best friend headline trending topics. It's no longer a rumor, but a cultural conversation that keeps growing with every passing hour. The reason this chapter is particularly interesting is the emotional complexity of the choices Janelle makes. Love is seldom simple, and when it crosses with family, friendship, and a lifelong shared history, the stakes are amazingly high. A new relationship for Janelle is not just about romance. It is about claiming her right to happiness, opening herself up to emotional connection, and living life as a woman who refuses to be boxed in by expectations. This is not some casual fling or passing fancy. This is a story of growth, self-discovery, and fulfillment. Insiders describe her as being cautious. There are emotions at play, but also a lot of thought and caution. She reportedly weighed the pros and cons of her actions, how they would affect her and the family. The balancing act she has been doing shows maturity and intelligence, qualities that have been admired by fans for years. Janelle isn't being impulsive at this moment. She is taking conscious steps through a complicated emotional landscape. But the fact that Kody's best friend is the possible partner makes it very interesting. Not only are fans in awe of how it would make Kody feel, but also the level of trust involved makes the story highly captivating. How does one develop feelings for a person so closely attached to family? How will Kody react? And how will this impact relationships with his other wives? These questions make viewers eager to find out. and this will be a story that will keep people talking for weeks, if not months. Janelle's potentially new chapter also gives reason to remember the greater human story behind reality TV. While Sister Wives offers viewers drama, entertainment, and spectacle, the lives of its participants are very real. Emotions, heartbreak, and personal growth are not scripted. They are lived experiences. Janelle's journey resonates because it reflects universal themes: the search for happiness, the courage to pursue love, and the challenges of navigating complex relationships. It is an inspiration for many fans. Janelle here is proving that change can be embraced. It is okay to take risks, and personal fulfillment is important. Traditional narratives of loyalty and marriage are also being questioned, and she's proving that independence and love can coexist. Viewers may or may not like it, but they cannot deny her boldness as she steps into another chapter in her life. Meanwhile, the suspense just builds and builds. Every interaction between Janelle and the rest of the family is scrutinized now. The cameras capture each subtle hint, body language, and conversations that give away more about her feelings and intentions. The suspense is palpable, making this one of the most talked about developments in reality TV. The story of Janelle's possible new romance is no longer a rumor, but a phenomenon that has captured audiences across the world. In short, Session 2 of this saga dives deep into Janelle's perspective, showing her as a multidimensional figure, navigating love, independence, and personal growth. A possible relationship with someone so close to Kody is bound to be dramatic, complex, and emotionally charged, thus keeping viewers interested and invested. This is not a love story, but a tale of empowerment, guts, and the human will to connect. Kody Brown is weeping, and fans are in shock. These words perfectly capture the emotional storm that has hit the patriarch of the Brown family. After years of keeping the fragile balance of a polygamous home, navigating public scrutiny, and keeping his family together, Kody has finally found himself facing a challenge that has visibly shaken him. Janelle Brown, one of his wives, may have started a new romantic chapter with someone very close to him, his best friend. For Kody, this is more than a rumor. It's deeply personal turmoil, reaching into the very heart of trust, love, and loyalty. Viewers who have kept up with Sister Wives know that Kody has always presented himself as calm and collected. He's methodical, thoughtful, and usually the voice of reason when things start to get crazy. But behind closed doors, sources say, Kody is feeling emotions that few, if any, have ever seen on camera. Insiders paint this picture of him: heartbroken, confused, and sometimes overwhelmed by the situation's enormity. The idea that someone so crucial in his life, both Janelle and his closest friend, could share a romantic connection has caught him at an emotional level with which he was not prepared to deal. The struggle within Kody is multi-layered and very complex. In one way, he loves Janelle. The two have a long history of shared experiences and struggles, and moments of intimacy. She's not just a wife, but a partner in this particular demanding lifestyle. On the other hand, the thought of Janelle being with someone so close to him makes him feel betrayed and heartbroken. This is a collision of love, loyalty, and personal trust that plays out in real time, not only in their family, but for the world to see. Insiders close to Kody say he has been trying to work through this bombshell in private. It has not been some form of reality TV confrontation. In fact, it's rather introspective, hours spent ruminating on this, balancing his emotions, and trying to understand Janelle's point of view. Friends who have spent time with him say he weeps in private over this sense of loss, but also questions what this means for the Brown family. For someone who has been the rock in the Brown household, this vulnerability is striking. What really punches up Kody's emotional struggle is the layered complexity of the relationships involved. His best friend, a figure he has been able to trust for years, is reportedly central to Janelle's rumored new romance. This adds an extra layer of pain because Kody has to balance feelings of personal betrayal with a desire to be supportive and understanding. It's a situation that tests the mettle of even the most level-headed individual, and for Kody, it cuts to the very heart of who he is as husband, father, and friend. People have indeed shown empathy toward Kody on social media, where comments have ranged from sympathy and concern to utter admiration for how he has handled it thus far. Many note that multiple marriages are a monumental emotional undertaking in and of themselves, and the added dynamic of a possible romance between a wife and a trusted friend brings the level of complexity up exponentially. Comments vary from "Stay strong, Kody" to "No one would be able to handle this without breaking down," showing how very well this struggle is understood. Yet in his heartbreak, Kody's attitude reflects great sense. He is said to be handling his emotions intelligently and is not allowing them to disrupt the family's stability. For him, this includes balancing his personal emotions with the duty to be supportive for his other wives and kids. Sources say he has been in quiet, discreet conversations with the family members, discreetly handling the situation without making public drama. The restraint in his attitude is there, highly commendable, yet not undermining how much it has taken him down emotionally. But the psychological and emotional impacts from this situation cannot be overemphasized. Love, loyalty, and trust combine in a rather unique scenario. Kody is placed in a position where the very foundation of his many relationships is being challenged, and he must feel jealousy, insecurity, and heartbreak, having to present himself cool for the benefit of the family. According to any expert on human behaviors, this is one of the most difficult emotional events a person can go through, let alone in such a public family. At the same time, Kody's struggle is deeply relatable. Everyone has faced moments of emotional turbulence, moments where trust is challenged, and moments where loved ones pursue paths that may conflict with expectations or personal desires. In this sense, his experience humanizes him beyond the screen, to show fans that even a reality TV patriarch can experience raw, unfiltered emotion. It's this vulnerability that's drawn in fans and created a sense of empathy and connection with him that surpasses all the drama. Social media also has magnified the drama in Kody's emotional journey. Memes about his heartbreak, speculation videos, and comments from fans that think they know exactly what he might be thinking, or try to read into his facial expressions or previous saying go viral. Every post, comment, and update has become a clue for the ongoing story. Viewers can feel they are part of the unfolding drama. It is one of those moments that combines real human emotion with intrigue and suspense, as with the storytelling of a reality television show. Meanwhile, it's been reported that Kody is battling mixed emotions: love for Janelle, concern about the family, frustration with the perceived betrayal, and uncertainty about the future. He has been described as being contemplative, with a lot of late-night thinking over what this development really means to his marriages and to his personal sense of stability. It is a slow, painful process, one very human, which gives the fans a rarely seen glimpse into the life of a man mostly viewed as a composed family leader. Some insiders say this approach from Kody does come with a tinge of hope as well. Still heartbroken, he underlines a belief that maybe conversations, honesty, and emotional processing could lead to a resolution. That this means reconciliation, acceptance, or simply understanding Janelle's choices. The emotional journey that Kody finds himself in is definitely not a static one. It is evolving, just as the relationships set around him are. For viewers, meanwhile, Kody's struggle adds a whole other dimension of drama and investment. It is one thing to watch rumors and speculation unfold. It's another thing entirely to witness the real, tangible emotional consequences for someone at the center of it all. Viewers are drawn in not only by the eyebrow-raising shock of the story, but by the very human element underlying raw vulnerability, heartbreak, and the difficulty in navigating life when trust is tested in profound ways. Session 3 reveals the actual emotional meat of this unfolding saga. Taking a man often seen as composed and strategic, Kody Brown finds himself questioning some of the most difficult areas of emotional challenge in his life. His struggle is complex, nuanced, and human, with its related storylines coming across as absolutely compelling and so thoroughly relatable. At once heart-wrenching, it deals with loyalty and love and the really intense emotional cost of trying to face relationships within this unique context, the Brown family. As these fans continue to follow this story, they are not only watching drama, but also a deeply human experience unfold. Kody's emotional journey was a reminder that even the toughest, most unshakable of men can be affected deeply by love, trust, and personal betrayal. The future is undetermined, emotions are raw, and stakes are phenomenally high. And with each passing day, audiences are left asking, will Kody recover? Can he navigate this emotional storm? And how will it ultimately affect the Brown family? The Brown family is in shock, and fans are losing it online. That's the exact reaction that has taken over social media following the jaw-dropping revelation about Janelle Brown's potential new romance with Kody Brown's best friend. Following the emotional struggle with Kody, all eyes shifted to how the rest of the family was responding, and speculation from fans around the world over what this could really mean. One thing is certain, this story has ignited a frenzy of reactions, theories, and heated debates that show absolutely no sign of slowing down. The Brown family, as audiences well know, has always been tight, but in a complicated manner. Multiple wives, children, extended relatives, and long-standing friendships create a dynamic atmosphere where even the tiniest shift is felt rippling throughout the household. When rumors of Janelle's rumored romance surfaced, it wasn't just Kody who was affected. Other family members have reportedly had intense reactions as well. Some are shocked, others sympathetic, and some are cautiously curious, trying to understand the full scope of what this means for the family structure. Insiders have characterized the family's reaction as pretty emotional. The other wives, Mary, Christine, and Robin, are said to take the news gingerly. Though the details are not many, sources say that some might even feel conflicted, in a dilemma between being supportive of Janelle's happiness and concern over the potential threat to family harmony. Everyone is clearly emotional, and even the people within this family who might be better equipped with emotional regulation are finding it hard to handle the situation. Meanwhile, Kody's best friend, reportedly involved in the situation, is said to handle the scrutiny with caution. According to friends and insiders, he's aware of how emotionally deep these relationships go and is trying to keep discretion while sorting out his head. It is a delicate balancing act that could have long-term consequences for Kody's relationships, not only in marriage, but also in the general network of friendships and trust inherent in the family. But fans have taken matters to a whole different level. Social media is abuzz with speculations, memes, ads, reaction videos, and heated debates. A few fans are outraged, saying Janelle's rumored romance is a betrayal against Kody and the family. Others defend her, saying she deserves happiness and has every right to make her own choices after all these years of navigating the challenges and very publicized family life. From the currently buzzing Reddit threads, Twitter posts, and Instagram comment sections to YouTube discussions, no photo comment or interview from the past is being left unexamined to confirm or refute the rumors. The engagement is out of the ordinary. Janelle, Kody, and the name of the rumored new man are under trending hashtags across multiple platforms. It is a phenomenon that has displayed viewers' investment in the lives of the Brown family, and a reminder that reality television does not leave too many clear lines between entertainment and real-life drama. Interestingly, some fans have begun to dissect the emotional subtext of past interactions within the family. Comments and posts point to moments where tension may have hinted at underlying issues or subtle expressions in interviews that can foreshadow current events. Every move, glance, or word uttered has become a piece of potential evidence in the emergent speculation. It's a level of fan involvement seldom experienced, taking the story and turning it into a multi-layered puzzle that people are eager to solve. The children of the family are said to be affected as well, but details about their reactions are not as readily available. Growing up in an already unconventional household, they are now seeing a very personal and emotional situation play out in the public eye. According to sources, the family is trying to shield the kids from unnecessary drama while being open and honest about what's going on with the changes in family dynamics. It's a touchy situation, showing that even within very publicized families, there are real emotions and relationships that exist outside of what cameras catch for a show. Public reactions aren't limited to fans alone. Former cast members and reality TV experts alike have spoken up with their observations and predictions. Many observe that the dynamics of a polygamous family are complex enough, but under such close scrutiny by the public, emotional responses can become magnified. They affirm that while social media is abuzz with rumors and speculation, to those in the family, the consequences are highly personal and will be taken seriously. Some have even begun speculating on what could happen next. Will Kody try a reconciliation? How will the other wives react? Might a new romance for Janelle lead to long-term tension or a restructured family dynamic? These questions keep the discussions alive and continuous, placing the story at the forefront of reality TV conversations. Each new comment, post, or update adds to the speculation, keeping viewers highly connected and anticipating the next development that will unfold. The human fascination with emotional lives lies at the root of this social media storm. People are drawn by stories of love, betrayal, and personal growth, for these reflect experiences that many can relate to, even if on a less publicized scale. Kody's heartbreak, Janelle's bold choices, and the reactions of those around them let us in on the complexities of relationships, trust, and family dynamics. Viewers are not just passive observers. They are emotionally invested in the outcome, analyzing and empathizing, at times projecting their own experiences onto the story. Interestingly, some viewers even wish that the scenario might lead to open communication and emotional healing within the family. As much as there is drama, there could also be reconciliation, understanding, and bonding. The Brown family has gone through an enormous number of crises, from public ones to personal ones, and most viewers still have hope that they will find a way to deal with this news with dignity, even though it may be through a very dramatic and emotionally exhausting process. Memes, reaction videos, and fan theories continue to multiply, reflecting the sheer intensity of engagement. Some fans humorously depict Kody as devastated, using captions like "Kody in his room, weeping silently," or "When your wife dates your best friend." Others are more serious, delving deep into the emotional and relational dynamics at play. Humor, empathy, and speculation all combine in this motley mix of reactions the story has provoked. In short, Session 4 highlights the ripple effects of Janelle's rumored new romance beyond just her and Kody. The whole Brown family, from wives to children and close friends, is feeling it. The worldwide attention of fans dissects every detail and debates every possibility. Social media buzz, insider revelations, and public commentary join in one of the most discussed moments in reality TV history. What once was confined to the small screen of TLC viewers has exploded into a pop culture phenomenon, with each twist and turn in their story creating new waves of conversation. Family reactions, fan speculation, memes, and serious debates. This chapter in the Brown family saga has captured the imaginations of audiences everywhere. It's a story of love, loyalty, betrayal, and the powerful impact of the human emotion, playing itself out in real life. So, as we head into the next session, it is a question of investigating what that could mean about their future. Will this emotional storm be endured by the family? Changes in relationships, how will they take place? Decisions. What are they going to be? The tension is palpable, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Interests hang delicately in the balance for those who still watch the screens on which the dramatic story unfolds piece by piece. The Brown family is poised at a crossroads, with all of the drama unfolding in a way that cannot leave anything the same. For months, rumors, heartbreak, and speculation have built toward this pivotal moment. The possible storyline of Janelle Brown dating Kody Brown's best friend. Every morsel has been poured over, from the clandestine romance and Kody's heartache to the family's reactions and the internet firestorm. But amidst all the headlines, it is time to take a step back and consider precisely what this revelation means to the Browns as individuals and as a family unit. For decades, the Brown family has had to overcome the peculiar pressures of polygamy, balancing love and loyalty with family obligation in a very public eye. Kody, as patriarch, has always been at the hub of keeping harmony, equity, and emotional balance within his many marriages. This development, though, challenges even his most carefully laid plans. The potential for one of his wives forming a romantic connection with one who had been so close to him threatens the core of their trust, which has held the family together thus far. Insiders described this new chapter in their lives, in which it is said that the family is now going into a way of deep introspection. Kody reportedly has hard conversations with Janelle and the other wives, weighing emotions, boundaries, and the impact on the family dynamic. Every decision is very serious, since it may influence not just the relationships between adults, but also the emotional condition of the children, who are undeniably observing and processing these changes. The potential outcomes for the family are complex and varied. On one hand, this revelation could lead to tension, resentment, and conflict, mostly if boundaries are not well set or emotions get out of hand. Kody's sense of betrayal, the reactions of the other wives, and the involvement of his best friend make for a scenario full of emotional landmines. Every step will have to be gingerly considered to avoid long-term damage to already tested relationships over the years. On the other hand, some experts and enthusiasts say that this could be an avenue toward growth, honesty, and better communication within the family. Maybe Janelle's bravery to pursue her happiness will encourage other family members to be more open with their feelings toward each other, solving conflicts that have been going on for a while and earning trust anew. Though highly charged on an emotional level, the situation might just lead to a better understanding and emotional maturity for the family members. For Kody, the way ahead is more sensitive. He has to not only deal with his own broken heart, but also come to terms with the fact that family dynamics have been forever changed. As a peacemaker, one in a position and a father, it is time for him to stand tall. According to insiders, he is handling the situation with great care, trying to balance personal pain with the need to keep the family together. It's an intense position, requiring the right proportions of emotional strength and calculated strategic thought. The other wives, Mary, Christine, and Robin, also experience their own emotional journeys. As much as they might be empathetic because Kody is heartbroken, they are similarly working through their views about the choices that Janelle has made. This can change the dynamics of family relationships in terms of trust, hierarchy, and emotional alignments within the home. Each wife will go through a significant contribution to how the family changes with this new reality. Of course, the fans have become avidly interested in these results. Social media remains a hotbed of discussion, rumor, and debate. Every single action, expression, and utterance from the Browns is parsed for any sign that may reveal how the family is enduring and what is in store for the future. Some wish to see reconciliation and an understanding among the members, while others foresee a lot of conflict and emotional turmoil. The fervor of the engagement proves how this tale has turned out to be a riveting story, far beyond conventional reality TV consumption. This is interesting. The prospect of the often twists far beyond conventional reality TV consumption, as it adds layers of deeper and more universal human themes at the same time to the audience. Love, betrayal, loyalty, and the pursuit of personal fulfillment are common experiences. The situation with the Browns is fortunately unique for most, due to polygamy and public exposure. However, the emotions of heartbreak, complicated relationships, and seeking happiness in unreachable and harsh circumstances are easily related to by all. This is part of why viewers are so captivated. They see reflections of their own struggles and desires mirrored in the Brown story. Some family dynamics experts say the solution lies in open communication and well-defined boundaries. Of course, if Kody, Janelle, and the rest can have open communications, acknowledge emotions, and set expectations going forward, then there is hope that resolution can be reached where individual happiness and cohesion as a family can coexist. The emotional intensity of it all, however, means achieving such a balance will not be easy, and the process will likely be packed with challenges, emotional breakthroughs, and setbacks. This period of change is relevantly important to the children of the Brown family, who grow up in a polygamous home, a little unconventional, now thrust into this added emotional complexity. Sources indicate that family leaders are trying to protect the children from unnecessary stress, while also preparing them to understand that relationships can be complicated, emotions are real, and people sometimes pursue happiness in unexpected ways. Such can be a very valuable lesson in life on resilience, empathy, and how to navigate relationships. Meanwhile, Kody's best friend, the reported new partner, will have a significant role in the development of events. His methods, caution, and respect for family feelings will shape how things progress. Sources close to the situation say that he is trying to balance his feelings for Janelle out with his long-term friendship with Kody. This brings another level of tension into play because decisions from any one person could have an effect on this family through trust, loyalty, and emotional connections. Fans have also started to debate the possible long-term outcomes. Some, predict that Kody and Janelle will reconcile over time, finding a way to redefine their relationship while still allowing for respect of individual autonomy. I think this is a permanent turning point that will result in some restructuring in the family dynamics, shifting of emotional bonds, and even household arrangements. Whichever way it goes, one thing is for sure: the Brown family's story can never be the same again. This has also been further exacerbated through the media frenzy of this story. Coverage across all social platforms, entertainment news outlets, and fan forums makes sure that each little update is magnified for dissection. Such public scrutiny raises the stakes, for every action, utterance, and gesture falls under scrutiny. For the Browns, navigating privacy while addressing public curiosity is one endless task, a pressure addition to an already emotionally heightened situation. But despite the tension, there is almost an anticipation and intrigue that keeps enthusiasts hooked. Every turn of events feels like the turn of the page in a developing drama that mingles reality, emotion, and suspense. Will Kody find a way to heal? Will Janelle achieve the happiness she seeks? How will the other wives react? And what does this mean for the future of the family? These questions fuel continued debates, ensuring the story stays center stage in the reality TV world. Ultimately, Session 5 makes it clear that this is not just a salacious story, but a very human tale of love, loss, growth, and resilience. What the Browns went through reflects the difficulty of relationships, the courageous choices to be happy, and how to balance individual needs with family responsibilities. It's not just the drama that attracts audiences, but rather the realistic underpinning and raw emotion that envelope these events. As this chapter in their lives continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the Browns are standing at one of the most pivotal moments that this family has likely faced to date. Every decision, every conversation, and every emotional reaction will make a profound impact on their future. Kody, Janelle, the other wives, and even the extended family members are all navigating uncharted territory. The stakes simply could not be any higher. For fans, it's a tale of heartbreak, hope, and resilience, a story that will linger through conversations, social media, and discussions about reality TV for months to come. In the end, it is a powerful reminder that love, loyalty, and personal happiness are never simple. Every family has their challenges, but few families do under the watchful eye of the cameras hovering over them all the time. The lessons, heartbreak, and triumphs of this story go far beyond the TV screen and give insight into the complexities of human emotion, the search for fulfillment, and the staying power of family, no matter how unconventional it may be.